What we have to finish off our program, which is aimed for 1 o'clock, are 3 exercise-oriented programs using your brain, your prefrontal cortex. The first speaker will be Mike Martelli talking about Rocksteady Boxing, who is a program that many have participated in. We have a team here to help out demonstrate what Rocksteady Boxing can offer for Parkinson's disease. We also have Catherine Yu, by the way, next to talk on Tai Chi, and finally Angie Ludwa to talk about another form of exercise and physical therapy program, POWER, PWR. So those are the 3 in sequence. You can get up and exercise as we go along here, and by the end of the program, we'll have the availability to answer some questions. I think some of the presenters will be here to stay on. Please visit our vendors upstairs. If you're interested in learning more about clinical trials and research and new medications for Parkinson's, our research staff here at Henry Ford will be up in the lobby as well. You can sign up, leave your email address or phone numbers. We can get back to you with specific information. And likewise, if you're interested today or other days in participating in the sense of smell studies, you can also leave your name up there and meet with the researchers. So next, I'll invite Mike Martelli, Rocksteady Boxing.
Thank you, Dr. Lewitt. Thank you for inviting us. Hello, everybody.
That was great.
I'm Mike Martelli, part of Rocksteady Boxing in Troy at the boxing rink. How many of you are part of Rocksteady Boxing and somewhere else? Anybody? 1, 2? Yeah. Just 2? Wow. Now, Rocksteady Boxing is for everybody and anyone, no matter how old, no matter what kind of shape you're in. Rocksteady Boxing is, there's different variations of different exercises and different activities that are for everyone. We have a 92-year-old woman that has put boxing gloves on with a big smile, punching the heavy bag. One thing I want to say is with Rocksteady Boxing, it is non-contact, so nobody is getting hit. It's all hitting heavy bags, hitting some focus mitts, which we're going to do a demonstration in a little bit. But right now, I'd like everybody to stand up or scoot your chair back. You can do these in your chair if you want. We're going to do some marches. If you want to sit in your chair and just march and swing your arms, you can do that. If you want to stand up, let's stand up and get started. For one, I'm the loud guy at our gym. I'm the loud. I only know one speed, and it's go, 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 loud, loud, loud. So we are going to do some voice stuff too, and I want everybody to stand up big and tall, big and straight, nice and loud voices. Again, we want nice and loud, big movements. Okay? Let's start marching. And we're going to think of a song to sing. What song would everybody know? Anybody? What about Mary Had a Little Lamb?
When the saints go marching in.
Oh, When the Tides Go Marching In. Robbie, you know that one? Huh?
When the saints
Go marching in. We're making this one up. We're winging this one. All right, let's just keep marching. Everybody keep marching. What else we have to sing? Let's do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Everybody knows that one. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. All right, now we're going to add some punches. We're going to punch up, and we're going to go through the ABCs. We're going to keep marching your feet and punching up. If you want to sit in a chair and do it, you can sit in a chair and do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good. All right, all right. Everybody take a seat. How does everybody feel? So does anybody have any questions about Rocksteady before we get started? So Rocksteady has several different exercises that we do for all the different symptoms of Parkinson's. It kind of takes all the programs and puts them all into one. There's voice exercises, There's cognitive thinking exercises. There's gait exercises. There's high intense workout exercises. So it kind of puts everything together in one big package. And I don't have data sheets to show you the data of some of our people that have done our program, but I have two here, two data sheets that can tell us about the benefits they have gotten from our program. So first we have Dan.
Dan McCacken, age 66, diagnosed in November 2014. I've been a Rocksteady boxer in Mike's gym for 2.5 years, and it's been a transformative experience for me. I was a typical sedentary guy working at a desk before I retired, and I have lost 30 pounds and gained a lot of strength, and had many tremendous experiences. The gym is a community. It's more than just a place to exercise. It's a place where everybody is a boxer or a fighter. You're not a patient, you're not a client, you're not a customer, you're a fighter. And you're an athlete, and you train seriously. Even though it's very challenging, it's completely adaptable, so that whatever skill level you arrive at the gym, you can benefit from the program. One of the most valuable aspects is that you meet 20, 30, 50 people that have Parkinson's. So on a frequent basis, you have opportunities to share information about your medicine, your doctor, your treatment program, your personal experience. Where else do you ever have an opportunity to meet a lot of people that have Parkinson's? In our gym, having Parkinson's is just routine. It's no big deal. Yeah, everybody I know has Parkinson's, it seems, some days. And that, it normalizes the experience, and it helps a lot. The gym organizes social activities, which are a lot more than what you would expect from a gym. We have frequent potluck dinners on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. Last summer, we all got together and went to the Jimmy John's baseball game in Utica. And another incredible benefit is that besides the Rocksteady boxing program, this gym offers 1 day a week of yoga. And I love yoga. I've never done yoga before, but now I do yoga once a week, which is a tremendous complement to strength training. If you're building strength, you need balance. If you're building balance, you need strength. And one with the other is unstable. And this gym provides both in one program. So it's been a remarkable experience for me today to see Dr. Lewitt and Dr. Petzinger on the same stage, because Dr. Petzinger has been a personal research hero for me. I've followed her exercise research, and I'd like to confirm your impression if you're thinking that, wow, this is an incredible experience to be able to listen to her explain exercise research, how the science validates that skilled exercise is crucial for neurogenesis and developing of improved brain function. You might not realize, if you're not familiar with boxing, but boxing is a whole body exercise. It's not just standing there punching with your hands. The way Mike teaches boxing, it's a whole body exercise. And the program, as I mentioned, is adapted to Parkinson's, but it's systematically challenging. We don't repeat the same exercises over and over. As you get stronger, the challenge gets greater, which exactly fits the science that Dr. Petziger was talking about. So,
And each exercise has different variations. So we could take somebody who never jump rope before. We put them in a chair. We cut a rope. We have them just twirl the rope, move their feet. That's how we start jump rope. From there, they progress maybe standing up with the rope cut in half, moving their feet like they're jumping. From there, they go to jumping with the cut rope still, and then actually go maybe to a rope. So, and Dan is also one of our corner men. He helps out in our other classes, and so does Ravi. They both do. They're awesome. And Ravi, what have you gotten out of the program?
My mic, can I use mic?
Sure.
This is a test of Parkinson's. Whether you can put it in or not, like the button. Is it okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Put that in your pocket. Okay. Okay, as far as boxing, I never knew anything about boxing coming in. And, I would never, if I saw a boxing channel, I would just shut it off. And I said, this is brutal. What's so good about this? But then when Parkinson's hit me, and in the newspaper we saw that, Troy is opening a Rocksteady for this boxing. So I went there, enrolled with Mike. That was about 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, about 2.5 now. So that's one great thing I learned, what are the various boxing and things like that, and how tough it is, how much it takes to do in terms of energy and stuff like that. So I can now go and see some of the boxing games and enjoy it. Now the key thing that I think is, I've done LSVT, as I said. That's very good because it gives your brain the extents, that it can move. So you keep the brain in check, I think, in terms of where are your extents, So that's one thing. LSVT is good in that. And then yoga is good, too. I've done yoga on a regular basis for quite a few years now, 5 or 6 years. And then, as Dan mentioned, we have a program in yoga. So yoga gives you the flexibility, it stretches you out, so it extends your extents, I think. So that's another good thing with yoga, and that happens once a week. Of course, you can do it every day of the week at your home. So that's one other thing. And with boxing, what I thought, was muscle strength. Really, previously I used to be down here, this won't move. But then, hitting, and you're hitting up, and, at rapid motion, your legs are steady, you plant them strong. So you really get strength, which you don't get as much, I think. You get it very fast in boxing. Whereas in other things like yoga or, LSVT, it takes a while to get that strength. So compared to that, and it's a high intensity one. And they say the more the intensity of our activity, the better is your, we got that dopamine recharge or whatever it is that, Dr. Pelser mentioned. And as Dan mentioned, the key to the things is wellness, right? You want overall wellness. And I think this program provides that. And, first of all, as far as when we go in, we know everybody. We know what they're friends to you. And then we go out to eat together. It's a diverse group. So we've been to Chinese restaurants together, Indian restaurants together, So that way we really build, camaraderie with each one of us. So that is a really good one, overall wellness, which again the doctor talked about, Dr. Pilser. What else is there? I think,
I want to mention two details to be sure that you're aware of. This gym is a very important community to all of us. And for an example, this gym hosts a women's care partner group, which meets on a monthly basis. And this is essentially wives of boxers. But this group decided that they wanted a separate discussion group for care partners. And Mike is providing the facility for them to meet and have a place to get together. I wanted to explain the corner man on my shirt and Robbie's shirt. As I mentioned before, when you're at this gym, you're not a patient, you're a fighter. And there are opportunities to be a volunteer to support your community rather than be the recipient of support, but to contribute to your community. And that is actually very important to me and to all of us, that we are not passive. We are fighters. We are active. We are contributing to help each other. And that's something that I experience you can't get anywhere else.
And as I think you did mention that, when I came in first, the concentration was only on boxing. Go box the bags, box this. But now it has grown and assimilated a lot of things from various other programs. I mean, the appropriate ones in the appropriate sequences. So you really get a good workout, not just the boxing. Initially it was good. I got my muscles back and stuff, but I think that's one. The other reason this is very good is because just our group, okay, this particular Rocksteady, we have very good coaches. We have 3 coaches. One is Mike, of course, himself. And Mike was a boxer, right, Mike? Yeah, he was a regional level boxer. He was a winner. And then we've got, for yoga, we've got a person called Deb. And she's been, now nominated, and she's been requested to come for an international yoga meet to be a coach for yoga. So the third person is also, she's very good. She knows about LSVT and other things. So that way you've got a very, very good coaches. You need good coaches, and that's there. And as far as myself, in terms of the weight, I used to be 184, and now I've dropped to about 148. And I think that is because, if I'm not mistaken, because the first speaker spoke about your metabolism changes. And that's what's happened, I think. My metabolism has changed, and therefore, now I'm maintaining a constant 148, and that gives me a very good BMI. So that's the other thing. Body mass index, now I'm perfect. So, yeah.
So summing it up, usually what we do when we do these kind of presentations, we do hands-on. We call people up and we get everybody going, boxing, hitting mitts and stuff. We weren't able to do that today, and I figured today I'd let the boxers tell the story of what we do with Rocksteady Boxing. I think we will have an opportunity to set up over there in the back a little later and do some demonstrating if anybody wants to try hitting mitts and watching some demonstrations. We will be doing that. So thank you, everybody. And Rocksteady is a wonderful program. Everybody needs to check it out, get into it now. And like Dan was saying, the social aspect of it is there's so many friendships made. It is great. It is a wonderful program.
I got to add an inside joke. There's so many Lewitt patients at our gym that it's unofficially the Peter Lewitt Honorary Gym.
Thank you.
Thank you.